Hello, you can tell summer is almost over because I am looking super pasty. I just got back from watching Warrior, and wow, it was a great movie. Um, Starts off with the dad coming out of church. He gets home, and his son's waiting for him at his door um, with alcohol, and you learn that the dad is a recovering alcoholic. He's almost 1,000 days sober, so automatically it's relatable. You know somebody who everybody has to know at least one person, whether it's through their family, friends, somebody who has dealt with something like this. So automatically it's relatable, and you find out that he was in the services and he goes to this gym that used to be under another name. This is Tommy, by the way. Starts just kind of working out and spars with this supposed great MMA fighter and just knocks him out within a few seconds like it was nothing. And the movie was shot simultaneously, so it's kind of like while Tommy, the younger brother, is going through this series of events, you go off to Philadelphia, where his older brother, Brendan, is a teacher, and to make extra money, he does fights in a parking lot of a strip club, and he actually gets suspended from his teaching job. He's a physics teacher, gets suspended because he shows up to school the next day with two black eyes, and one of his students' older brothers said that he saw the teacher beat this guy's ass the night before. So he gets suspended. You learn that Brendan is underwater in his mortgage. The people at the bank are complete assholes, and they're like, well, we're going to foreclose on your house. So he's worried about what he's going to do because he has no income now. So he's like, you know what, I'm going to start fighting again. And he starts training. He goes to his old friend who has a gym, and he says, I want you to be my trainer. Meanwhile, Tommy goes to his dad. They have a strained relationship. He basically tells his dad, we're not friends. You're not going to talk to me about anything other than fighting. You're going to train me because that's the only thing you were ever good at in my life. And he has such resentment towards his dad for being an alcoholic. He moved away with his mother and had to take care of his mother while she died, and just he holds the weight of the world on his shoulders. So he's training for this MMA best 16 men in the world tournament. Brendan's training at this gym. There's a guy named Marco, just like me, except he's in way better shape. He's the top guy of the gym, and the trainer's like, this guy's in the tournament. He's probably going to win it just because he's the stud. And he actually gets hurt while training, and Brendan's like, hey, let me in the tournament. And oh man, it's just such a great story. There's a few tearjerker parts. You know, there's one scene where the dad goes to the younger brother. He's in a casino gambling, and the brother just goes off on the dad and just throws quarters at him, and he's just like, get the fuck out of here and go gamble. And I liked you better when you were a drunk. At least you had balls then. And you're just like, oh man, just the words just cut deep. And you know what? He was going out to all the fights with Tommy, who's played by Tom Hardy. He was also in Inception, that's a great movie. But so it's so interesting because the dad's torn. You know, there's a part in the movie where he shows up to Brendan's house asking for forgiveness, trying to talk to him, and Brendan's just like, screw you, get lost. I I forgive you, but I don't want anything to do with you. So the dad's going out to Tommy's, all his fights, training him, because he's trained him. And after Tommy's first fight is Brendan's first fight, and he kind of stops outside of the locker room, and he's like getting his attention, wishing him good luck, and you're just like, oh man, you just want the happy ending with the dad and his sons, but the sons are like, where were you when we needed you? Screw you. And so they go through the tournament, and man, just the end of the movie, it is just so gripping. I mean, by the end of the movie, when the credits end, you're just like, wow, that was such a great movie. I mean, I asked my friend who I went with, I said, if you were to grade this out of 10, 1 through 10, and he said, oh, 9, easily. I mean, the fight scenes, it's like you're watching a real MMA fight. And Tommy, he's just a machine. He goes through his first fights, boom, and just like a bulldozer, just goes through the guys like they're not even there, and he just leaves the ring, no show, nothing, no shaking hands. He just leaves because he's on a mission. And you'll find out the mission. I don't want to give too much of the movie away, but you find out why he's fighting for the $5 million purse. And Brendan, the older brother, all his fights, he is just such the underdog, typical underdog. And every fight you're like, he's going to get his ass knocked out. He's going to get knocked out, something. But he just has the heart of a champion. I mean, he is just, take no prisoners. He's fearless. I mean, that's why the movie's called Warrior, because both of them, they just have that warrior's mentality. Nothing's going to stop me. And it was just such an amazing movie because both of them had their stories. Both of them had their reasons for doing the fights. And they meet just boom, and it's explosive, and it's two ultimate warriors going at it. And just, I'm telling you, it's worth, I saw it matinee, but I would go watch it again. It's that good of a movie. It's probably the best movie I've seen in a long time. And I hope you guys enjoy my review. Thank you. Go out and watch it. I'm telling you, it's a really great movie.